Good afternoon, fellow patriots and defenders of democracy. Welcome to the madness. Today's episode is brought to you by breathing. Just like stopping, it's important. Unless you're developing some new mutant strand. Where would that start from? I wonder if I can take any hints. China comes to mind. Like everything else that seems to be oddly going on in the world. However, I'm here. Wonderful vehicle is here. Wonderful problems always develop with the vehicle. And, yeah. Let's go take a look at the problems, because that's why we're here, right? As we fumble our way through getting things accomplished. Let's venture along. If you or a loved one suffer from shortness of breath, trouble breathing, speaking like you have a frog in your throat, then you might qualify for mesothelioma. The shit you're going to catch in the event you ever work on vehicles that are old enough to have asbestos-lined brake calipers while you don't have a brake cleaner or fluid thing to ensure that the dust aren't flying all over the place and you're breathing it in. So, this is a wonderful way to segue into some madness that I saw called Freedom of Breathing Agency. Apparently there's some lady in wonderful California that's going around showing people goddamn cards that telling people that if you try to enforce someone from wearing a mask or enforcing the mask wearing rules, you could possibly face up to 3 to 5 years in jail. Now, let's zoom back in on my ugly mug. Word. This isn't a bad idea, but it seems functionally crazy for you to sit back and create a fictitious agency just to accuse people or threaten people, which is basically what our society is based on, fear-based directive to not do certain things. But guess who would only do some shit like this? Back to the vehicle. So, this is what's going on. So of course, like the wonderful overlooked thing within doing anything or upgrading anything, I'm looking at the brake system, because once you figure out how to go fast, you also need to figure out how to stop. Now, if you're looking closely and not skipping through a 5-minute video like a scumbag, you'll notice we have a problem. And this, my friend, is why people always tell you don't look for things. Because once you start looking for things, you'll find it. Now look at this bad boy here. Look at this bad boy here. Oozing out fluids that shouldn't be oozing anywhere back here, because back here should be dry. So, yeah. This now segues into the other goddamn problem. So now, we have light. I'm no longer as black as Michael Blackson, and we're gonna move right along. This now brings up the wonderful illustrious problem with having a big-ass truck in this small-ass space, because like the initial introduction to this vehicle, no one likes a big box. People prefer small boxes, because tighter is better. Now, enough of the inappropriate jokes. This segues back to the Nazi/communist regime of the HOA, because here goes the problem. See big ass truck in small ass space? Now, my optimism thought that I would be trying to not, see I just went black again. My optimism thought I would just be looking at a brake cylinder and saying, hey, wonderful brakes, at worst you need to change the brake discs, not discs, the drum brakes, you know what I'm talking about. Follow along. I'm stupid, we're all stupid together. Yay! But now, I need to go get the rear cylinder here that you saw leaking. And chances are, you're gonna get 2. Because I don't need to pull the other side off just to know I need to buy another one. Within that, I now need to put the drum back on, put the wheel back on, release, get the vehicle off the jack stands, pull it out of here, to then go find parts that most likely aren't going to be available at the local parts store, because parts store. But thank you for sharing your 5 minutes with me. In the event this isn't 5 minutes, hopefully you didn't skip along to the end. If you can't be good, be careful, and if the problem doesn't seem to change itself, just change your perspective. Other than that, come back some other time.